guys, and welcome back to another Remembering Forgotten Memories episode. A few days belated, but, who cares about time anyway? Anyway, this one honestly came up just as the result of a conversation I was having with my sister on the phone, because, the other day was, like, Starbucks Red Cup Day, like that one day a year you can go in, and as long as you order a holiday drink, you get, like, the free Starbucks cup. She didn't know that was a thing. She just happened to go to Starbucks that morning and was like, oh my god, it was so sweet. They gave me like this free cup and it's so cute. Look at it. And I was like, oh yeah, they've done that for a lot of years, actually. You must have hit them on free cup day. I just didn't realize it was that day. So then I had to like explain the whole concept of it to her, that it wasn't just like by chance this person was just overly nice, that no, this is a nationwide thing. But regardless, this isn't about the cups. This is like, I then mentioned, so did you get the kids cake pops? Because you gotta have the cake pops. And of course I got the kids cake pops. I was like, so did you get Save the little owl? Because I know how he loves his owls. And no, they were out of that one. So I got him the reindeer. And I was like, yeah, I keep looking at the foxes because they look like Talia and they're adorable. And I love that they kind of look like my dog. But on the other hand, I totally can't buy it and eat it because it would feel like I'm eating my dog and I fucking can't. And she's like, yeah, I feel you. I have that same hang-up. I'm like, I know. If it has a face, I can't eat it. And she's like, I know, me too. And I'm like, well, at least it's not me that's the only one. Because I had just chalked this up to being a thing that was like a weird offshoot of like on and off, being an on and off again vegetarian since age 14. I just thought it had to do with that. She's like, no, because I've never been vegetarian. And I just chalked it up to, Mom guilting us as a child and us having unresolved trauma about, like, say, when we'd eat the Easter bunnies as children and be like, oh no, you're eating their ears! You're hurting it! And, oh my god. You're right. And boy, yeah, that was buried deep. I had kind of blocked that out. Obviously, our mom did not mean that maliciously. She was trying to play with us. She meant well. She just unfortunately was a little too convincing of an actress in the way that she played with us, and unfortunately gave us all issues with eating food that has faces on it, because now we feel guilty and we feel like we're somehow hurting the thing and we cannot do the thing. Yeah, it's a whole ass thing, and it goes back so far. And I was even telling her, yeah, like, even as like a 5-year-old kid, I had this hang-up. So you're right, it does go way back further than the vegetarian thing for me. But I remember my mom used her little miniature Garfield cat cake pans and was making like these little itty bit, they were maybe like this big round each, little miniature cakes in the Garfield pans. And she did the coloring like our two cats at the time, which is adorable and very creative, and I loved it, and I love cats, and I loved our cats, and I loved Garfield, and I loved cake. But somehow seeing our cats depicted on a cake as a little kid, I just burst out bawling in tears. I was like, I can't, I'm gonna hurt them. She's like, no, you're not, it's just cake. I was like, no, I can't eat my cats! And I was like freaking out. Meanwhile, I'm welling up telling this. This is stupid. But, like, I told you, it is quite literally unresolved trauma, and it's so dumb. But, like, I don't know, maybe on some level I hope it'll help heal some ounce of trauma by sharing it. I don't know, but, like, meanwhile, the real-life cats that they were colored after are, like, up, like, nosing at like the edge of the chair, like, hey, what you got? I want some. Share the cake with me. And like, obviously, they're just like, they have their nose up and they're meowing. But like, to me, I took that as they want me to share, and I was like, I can't because you'll be cannibals. Yes. As a 5-year-old child, I understood the concept of cannibals, which probably says a lot about me, but yeah, had like a full-on fucking breakdown to the point where I could not deal. Same thing with the chocolate bunnies that she brought up from that very first one. I had never even had one until I was about 6 or 7. We had like the little miniature ones, but like the big bunnies, like, hadn't had one of those yet till then, and my mom meant well. She was trying to play with us, but she was like, "Oh no, you're in his ears! Oh, I won't be able to hear anymore! Oh, you bit his butt! Oh, you won't be able to sit down!" Like, she was playing with us. She didn't mean any harm, but to a little kid who takes everything literally, that fucks a kid up. Like, I'm sorry. Like, my sister just like, yeah, I very much actively try to not do that to my kids. I'm like, yeah, I see why. Holy crap. Because I'm just like, yeah, it wasn't just those. Because I remember with the gingerbread men, same deal. I remember even the year that, like, I made little beetle gingerbread men and, like, their wives on the girl ones, and ooh, yeah, she kind of got into my head with that one, too, and I was, like, definitely old enough to know, but I was, like, 10 when I decorated those, and she still got in my head so bad to where I couldn't eat them. Could not do it. Could not do it. Which sucked, because I put a lot of time and effort into decorating those. I put hours into those things. Wish I had a photo, but this was at a time before digital cameras, so sorry, but it was with that, little candies with faces, I freaking could not. The best part, even if I'm the one decorating the thing, it doesn't change it. It doesn't change it. I tried to make cake pops a few years ago of just like emojis. Couldn't do it because they're faces and I felt guilty. I couldn't do it. And it's stupid, they're literal emojis. They're emojis. Like, get your shit together. Like, even something as simple as, like, the year I peed my pants on my birthday at school. I don't remember if I told that as a story time video. If I haven't, that's a whole other story to tell sometime, but I feel like I have. I don't know. But, like, while I was waiting for a change of clothes in the office, along with the change of clothes, she also sent along a cupcake that just said, "I'm sorry," and had a sad face, and adding the sad face to it just made me burst out in tears that much worse than I was already upset. Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? Like, fuck. Like, oh my god, you couldn't have just sent the cupcake. Even if it said the thing on it. Again, she meant well, but, like, I'm too sensitive for that shit. Like, I can't eat that. Like, you can't do that to me, man. And the fact that as a grown-ass adult, I have not outgrown this. And I don't think I'm ever going to be able to. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. And it's probably why the whole concept of vegetarianism and can't eat anything that had a face felt so natural to my logic. It was like, yeah, obviously! Yeah, that. The only reason I go off of my vegetarian streaks is because I go anemic every time that I try, like within a year, so then I have to go back on eating meat again for a while till I recalibrate. Then I go back off. It's been on again, off again since I was 14. So, but regardless, the mindset is still there all the time. And, like, if I see the meat raw before it's cooked, I can't eat it. Like, I literally cannot. If it is already cooked and I didn't see it in its raw state, there's enough of a mental disconnect to where, alright, I'll begrudgingly eat it. I won't be happy about it. I'll do it. But if I see it raw, it just looks like a hunk of dead flesh to me. I'm like, I cannot do it. It's gotten to the point where even, like, cooking shows, even if they're making something like sushi that is supposed to be raw fish, like, I legit will almost dry heave just seeing that shit. Like, I can't. And don't get me started on those dishes with, like, the duck with its head still on, or a fish with its head still on. I fucking cannot. Like, do not start with me. Like, never in a million years. I can't. No. Nor do I want to. Just, no, I'm good. But it's just funny that it seems like it all harkens back to, like, unresolved child drama of things that aren't even meat, that just have, like, cartoon faces on them in, like, frosting or chocolate or whatever the fuck. And then I couldn't. Like, the one exception somehow being, like, the troll lollipops, which in interesting that I made the exception for those, but maybe just like sucking on a lollipop didn't feel as destructive as I am chewing and destroying and gnawing away. I don't know. But like, it's so fucking weird. It is the weirdest hang up. But just hearing that I am not the only one with it. I am not only not the only one with it, but not even the only one in my own family with it. But the fact that I grew up not knowing that I wasn't the only one with it. What the fuck? Like, apparently, she and I both had this hang up at the same time and did not. Well, I think she knew about mine, but I did not know about her having the same one. I thought she was fine and dandy with that, but apparently, no, she was just as sensitive to it as I am. So I was like, well, guess it's a family trait. I don't think Kimberly shares it. I think she is fine. I think she can hang with it. Don't know about my brother. Verdict's out on him. I don't really see him or talk to him enough to, like, have, like, an opportune moment to be like, hey, hella random question, but, like, how would one even bring, like, that's not even important enough to bring up, and if I did, I would just sound like a psychopath, so, like, kinda can't. So, yeah, it's, like, a weird thing, but, like, I can't even be, like, the only one in this YouTube space that has this hang-up, right? Like, some of you must get me on this, right? I know I have at least one subscriber who also has her own channel, who has spoken on this same thing before. I know there's at least one other one, but out of 6,500 people, there's gotta be at least a handful of us here with this hang-up, right? Right? I don't know, but this wasn't so much a story time as it was a interesting that it came up kind of thing, and just how far back it went, because it went back way deeper than I thought it did, and apparently she shares it too, and God only knows how many other people do, I don't know, but kind of interesting though. I just feel bad, because like, it's not like my mom tried to give us a hang up about that, it just is one of those things, but anyway. I'm gonna go. So, anyway, yeah, that is it for this one. So, as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe, hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload, leave comments down below, make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more, it's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel, or if you'd like to help contribute to my therapy bills, the donation link is down in the description. Anyway, guys, till next time, see ya.